This is Cheyenne Valentine back today again with a new episode. In today's episode, I want to kind of piggyback off of the last video that I did about polygamy. If you want to listen to it, you can go back and listen to that video. But underneath that video was a comment that I found that was interesting, and I wanted to address it. I did comment back, but I want to do a whole video about this. And so I might name this video, since women have a lower sex drive, they do not deserve sexual variety. Or because women have a lower sex drive, she should be satisfied with just one man. Meanwhile, since a guy has a higher sex drive, he's supposed to have multiple women to have sex with. I might name it something like that. But I want to read this comment. The comment is, you're always saying women have a lower sex drive, which is true, compared to most men, to prove the point you're trying to make. But now you seem to say that men and women have equal sex drives. I never said that men and women have equal sex drives, you all. But anyway, let me continue. To prove a different point that you're trying to make right now, that one man can't satisfy multiple women. The problem is one man satisfies multiple women all the time. In reality, we see it every day. We see one man having sex with multiple women. The man is satisfied. The women are obviously satisfied with him because they stay with him. So okay, let me break this down. Now, I commented to this person. I said, you don't get it. Most women do have a lower sex drive than men. However, she still deserves sexual variety if he has sexual variety. You men keep trying to hold the fact that some women have a lower sex drive over our head and say to women, you only need one penis because your sex drive is lower. Some of our sex drive is lower, but we still have one. Sex once a week with one man and little to no attention from him isn't going to cut it, and it never will. But I want to get deeper into this. Now, this person said that it seems that I'm trying to say that men and women have equal sex drives in order to prove a different point. In my video, I never said that men and women have equal sex drives. I don't know where he got this from, the guy that made this comment. I never said that. I simply said that sleeping with a woman once a week or the most twice a week is not going to cut it for any woman. I think you all are confused. I said that women have a lower sex drive, but we still have one. It's just lower than men. You understand what that means? It's just lower. We still have one. We still like sex. We still have sexual desires when we get horny. We don't get horny as much as you all. You have to understand what I'm saying. Women are still out here having sex. So yeah, it's lower, but we still have one. Okay? And so even though it's lower, having sex with a man once or twice a week is not going to cut it. In addition to that, women require attention from her mate. Okay? So that's why I also explained in the video that when the woman made pillows for the other wives with a picture of the husband's face on the pillow to keep the women company when he wasn't around, just imagine only being able to actually have intercourse with your husband once or twice a week. And the other days you see him, but you don't get any quality time with him. That is not acceptable. Some of you men are not getting what I'm saying. It's more than just sex. It's the sex. Women, wanting sex once or twice a week. Some women, okay, that might be okay, but if a woman's, it's more okay. A woman might only, maybe for that week, want it once or twice a week, but we like the option of wanting to do it more. Okay. If she wants to get laid 5 times out of that week, and maybe next week she maybe only wants to do it twice a week, she wants to have that option. She does not want to have a set time to have sex with her husband. That takes the fun out of it. The fact that she only can have him on Thursday or only on Saturday, and that's not going to cut it. Just because I said that women had a lower sex drive does not mean they do not have sexual desires. We have sexual desires, and a man saying I can only have sex with you once or twice a week tops ain't going to cut it. In addition to that, it's more than just sex for a woman. He can't even spend quality time with her more than just once or twice a week. Sometimes a woman just wants her mate in the bed with her to hold him. It's more than just sex for women. She wants to talk to him, spend time with him. These men, these polygamous relationships cannot even spend that much one-on-one time with the women alone without the other wives and kids around. Women need one-on-one time with their mate. Maybe you men don't need that. Maybe all you all require is just nighttime fun with a woman. Just doing what you're doing during the day with your other wives and kids, with your jobs and school. Then when you're horny, you just go over her house you over in her room for the night. You get laid, and that's all you need from her. Women are not like that. We need more than that from a guy. We want sex when we want it, and we need, I mean, I'm gonna say it's almost a need. We need attention. We need emotional stimulation. We need time with him. So even if a woman, let's say a woman just wanted to have sex twice that particular week, because it could change with women. Maybe you know how you men always say a woman's sex drive rises during the month, during a certain time. Okay, so that's that time of month when her sex drive is risen. He can only give her sex once or twice that week. Is that fair? So you're saying because her sex drive is not as high as men and she don't require to get laid 24 hours a day, that she does not deserve to have a boyfriend? First of all, for women, it's more than just sex. She needs time and attention from the guys that she with. He cannot give her the emotional attention that she needs. So, and let me break this down too. These women can only get sex with him once or twice a week. Okay, and that's at night. During the daytime, so let's say her day with him is Wednesday. During the daytime, he's at work. Then when he gets home, he's dealing with all those kids and his other wives. She's not getting any one-on-one attention or one-on-one time with him unless he stays over at her house or in her room if they're in the same house. And then at that time she could talk with him or whatever. There aren't many dates popping up. The dates have to be planned, and I'm thinking a lot of dates are including all the wives. They're not getting one-on-one attention with him other than in the bedroom once or twice a week. And you men think that's acceptable just because I said women have a lower sex drive? So what you men are trying to imply that because a man has a higher sex drive, he's supposed to have multiple women. If you want to have multiple women, fine. And those women should have multiple men they're sleeping with. And that's all it is to it. And when a woman is sleeping with a guy, it's more than just sleeping with him. So if she's in a relationship and she has one husband, it's multiple wives and it's one husband, and the wives get to have boyfriends or another husband, they need to have that because he cannot give them attention. For women, attention is more than just damn sex. Okay, I know all you men think about is sex. Okay, so let me paint a picture. Women need time to talk to the guy, go on dates with him, talk about her emotions with him, do fun things with him. Okay, in addition to sex. And she don't need sex all the time, but when she wants it, she wants it. And so he's not available. And you know how you men are. You men are all about availability. You want a woman to be available for you all sexually whenever you want her, right? Women, we need a man to be available for us too. He's not available for those women to satisfy them. Now let's get into when you said the problem is one man satisfies multiple women all the time. In reality, we see it every day. We see one man having sex with multiple women. Who are these men? Who are these men? Can you name me 100 men that you know that are having sex with multiple women, and the women know he's doing this? They have agreed to it. The women have agreed to keep continuing to have sex with this man, knowing he's sleeping with other women, and those said women are only having sex with him. Repeat this again. Name me 100 men that you know of that are having sex with multiple women. The women know about each other, and all the women agreed, okay, to not sleep with anybody else but him. And don't name any women that are in polygamous relationships that don't live in Utah, because a lot of these polygamous relationships are in Utah. I want you to name me 100 black men. Matter of fact, 100 black men that you know that are sleeping with multiple women. Okay, and these women know it, and these women have decided to be faithful to him and only him sexually. And not only sexually, they don't go on dates with other men. They don't talk to other men because he doesn't have time for all these women, mind you. And when you say they're satisfying all these women sexually, what do you mean? How do you know that the women are having sex with them? Probably because they don't know that he's having sex with other women. And then if you say this is happening regularly and everybody's happy, then why are men, when they try to have more than one woman, why do they hide it from the other women? Why when they get caught, they lie about it? If men are successfully able to have multiple women that know about each other, then why is all this stuff happening when the guy is hiding it and then he's accused of cheating? If he can have multiple women and the women know about each other, that would not be cheating, right? If everybody knows about what's happening, that is not cheating. Okay, so you said that in the world right now, every day it's happening. No, the men are going behind. The women don't know that this man is sleeping with multiple women. The women don't know. Then why is it when they find, if they're so happy about this, why is it when they find out they break up with the guy or they get upset? I want you to name me 100 black men that you know of here in America and U.S. that are dealing with multiple women. The women know that he's sleeping with all these different women, and all those women are choosing not to sleep with other men. They have made they say, I'm not going to sleep with any other man. I'm not going to go on dates with other men. I'm not going to hang out with other men. I'm not going to talk to other men on the phone. And you said that they're all happy with this willingly. And you said that the man is set, and then you said that we see one man having sex with multiple women. The man is satisfied. Well, of course the man is satisfied. He's getting to who wouldn't be? That's like a woman saying, yeah, just like a woman would be satisfied if 100 men give her money. That's what do you mean? Of course he's satisfied. Of course the man's gonna be satisfied with having multiple sexual partners. Like why would he not be? So you said we see one man having sex with multiple women. The man is satisfied. The women are obviously satisfied with him because they stay with him. Who are these women? Are you talking about people who are in polygamous relationships? Because if you're not talking about polygamous relationships, or if you're just talking about women who are having sex with a man and they're not married to him, but they know that he's sleeping with all these other women, and those women are choosing to be faithful to him and only him, you gotta name me 100 of these men. I want 100 black men that have successfully got away with this, okay? Because what I see is something totally different. What I see is men who want to have multiple sexual partners. They want to sleep with multiple women, but they know the women are not going to go for that. So a lot of times they lie to the women and tell them that, oh, I'm only having sex with you. Meanwhile, they're getting numbers from other women. They're chasing other women, and then they're hiding from all the other women. Then when the women find out that he's screwing other women, they break up with him or act a fool. And some of the women stay. But then, so you're trying to insinuate all these men that's out here talking to all these different women, that every single woman that he's talking to knows that this man is sleeping with other women, and all those women are choosing to not sleep with any other man. Is that what you're saying to me? You say it happens every day and the women stay. This is happening in the black community? You have to confirm some stuff for me. I need you to name me in the comment section. I need you to name 100 men that you know of personally where they are sleeping with, not married to these women, that they are sleeping with 100 black men, where they are sleeping with all these women. All the women know that he is sleeping with these different women. And all those women are purposely choosing to be faithful to him and only him, which includes faithful to him sexually, also with their time and attention, their emotions. They're not talking to other men on a romantic level. They're not going on dates. They're not even talking to men on the phone. They're just waiting for his attention. So you think multiple people, like I don't know, you're saying this is happening every day and everybody's satisfied. Most women I know that find out that the guy they're sleeping with is sleeping with another woman, first of all, the dudes don't tell them. They cheat behind her back. They get numbers from other women. They have sex with other women. They don't even tell her. Okay, she doesn't even know. Then when she finds out, that's when she goes off. And that same man that wants to have all these different women, want all those women to be faithful to him and only him. See, that's what I'm confused about. That's what I'm trying. So why do some of these men, this is what I want to know. Why do men feel like just because women have a lower sex drive, that a woman does not deserve to have multiple men she can engage in sex with or time with or emotions with? Why do they feel like this? So I'm going to give you an example. If you take a man and a woman and they both decide to be in an open relationship where both of them can be with other people sexually, the man is probably going to be chasing a lot of different women for sex because he just have a high sex drive and he want to screw everybody, because some of these men don't care who they have sex with. The woman, let's say within a year, she might see, depending on the woman, her type, she could possibly see between maybe 3, depending on how often she goes out. Put it like this, she's not going to see as nearly as many men, she's not going to see as nearly as many men that she want to have sex with as her boyfriend is going to see as many women, if that makes sense what I'm saying. So the man, I feel, because of his higher sex drive, he just want to sleep with everybody. Okay, when I think of a man's sex drive, I think of, if you haven't ate in hours and you're just starving. So you feel like, okay, I'm so hungry that I can eat a bunch of food, and you go to the buffet, right? You say, I want to try this, I want to try that, I want to sample all these things, and you get like 5 plates of food, but you only can consume 1 plate of food. You get my drift. That's how I look at the man's sex drive. You know, it's always wrapped up, and he thinks that he can handle all the. Look, he can technically, physically give multiple women sex, but to fully satisfy women, a bunch of women sexually on a date, he can't, because he's only one damn person. One man cannot satisfy multiple women in a marriage like that and give them all the time and attention, emotional attention they need. Women need more than just sex. Like I said, we don't even need sex. We want sex, but and we want it whenever we want it. And like you men want to bring up, during certain times of the month, our sex drive goes up. So let's just say the first 2 weeks of the month, she only wants it 3 times a week, and then the next 2 weeks, maybe she wants it 4 or 5 times that week, possibly. He can't give her that because he got to satisfy all these other women. So this is my thing. Why are men? I'm not even upset that some of these men want to have multiple women. That's not even what I'm not upset about that at all. What I'm upset about is that they try to stop and shame women from having multiple men. That's what I have a problem with. That's not even fair, because this goes more into just sex. You don't have the time and attention to sex. Most of these men cannot even satisfy one woman emotionally or sexually. And a guy also said in the comment section, he says, well, some women complain about when they're in a one-on-one relationship with a guy, they complain about him not having enough time for them. Bingo. So if a woman is in a relationship with one guy, it's one-on-one, and he doesn't, and women to this day complain about sometimes men not giving enough of time and attention, and it's a one-on-one relationship. God forbid if he brings on extra women, he's really not gonna have no time for her. So you just proved my point right there. So if women are complaining about not getting enough time and attention with one guy, and you're trying to say that him having multiple women, he can, that's acceptable, he can give her time, you're contradicting what you're saying. Because if you just said that women are complaining about attention from one guy, if one guy, he only has one woman to attend to, he can't even give her the time and attention that she deserves, how the hell he gonna give 4 or 5 other women? Because women, we need a lot of attention and time. So you just proved my point. So what is the benefit of her being in this relationship? She's only getting to have sex with one guy once or twice a week. And then, like I said, it's not even quality time. It's only at night. He can't even. So if her time. So let's just say she's supposed to spend time with him on Wednesday, like I said. She's only spending time with him that night. During the day, when he gets home from work, he's not going to spend the rest of the day with just her. No, he gets home from work, he has to be around his 24 kids or 10 or 12 kids. He has to talk to the other wives, and then at night he gets to be alone with her, and they can talk and then screw and then go to sleep. That's the only time she's getting with him. And then they might plan some dates, but usually it seems like it's dates with all the wives. I think sometimes they do have one-on-one dates with some of the wives, but it's planned. I mean, men, would you like to only have sex with your wife when it's scheduled? Men, would you like to have sex once or twice a week? Now I understand your sex drive is higher. You're definitely going to require men more than once or twice a week of sex. But women, with us, sometimes we might want a little bit more. Sometimes whenever our sex drive gets to the point where we're horny, we're going to want a little bit more. And then it dies down a little bit. We might not need it, 5 times a week. We might just want to do it 5 times a week. We might just want to do it 2 times a week. We might just want to do it 3 times a week. We want the option. Okay? And for you men to say just because we have a lower sex drive that we don't deserve sexual variety, like I said, it's more than just sex for women. We need attention and time. So if you're dealing with one guy and he has multiple wives, he doesn't have time to have sex with you when you feel like it. Whenever you're down for it, he doesn't have time, and he doesn't have time to take you on dates and do fun things with you. You can't just be spontaneous sexually, or if you just want to go to Vegas for the weekend, or you just want to spend all day with him. You can't do that when you're in that type of situation. One person is that one man is spread too thin. So just because a woman has a lower sex drive, okay, does not mean that she doesn't have a sex drive at all. We still deserve to have our man available for us sexually. Okay, we deserve that. Just like you deserve to have a woman available for you sexually. Now, I don't know why some of these women choose to participate in this. I think because some women do have a lower sex drive, they feel they can handle this. That's what I think. Some women are raised in this type of family, a polygamous family, and also I think with some women, they think they can handle it. They feel, oh well, I can handle it. And then when they get in it, they realize, okay, I'm just one of many, and I'm only sleeping with him. You know, I don't even get to really interact. A relationship is just more than interacting with somebody once or twice a week. You're not understanding what I'm saying. The interaction once or twice a week is sexual and emotional, and when they really get a chance to really talk to him on a deep level, that's not enough for a woman. Once or twice a week of actual intimate time. Intimacy is more than just sex too. And so when you lay down next to your girlfriend or wife, do you, if you have one, do you have sex with her every single night, 7 days a week? But you probably don't. But I'm pretty sure you still would like her to lay in the bed with you though. So what I'm saying is, why you think these women why you think that one lady gave the other wives that pillow with his face on it? Because intimacy is more than just sex, okay? Even if, let's talk about couples that are one-on-one, monogamous couples. They're probably not having sex 7 days a week, but they still sleep in the same bed if they, you know, everything's going good, just to hold each other. They're not going to necessarily have sex every single night, but they still want their partner in the bed next to them. When you're in a polygamous situation, the man can't even, it's like she's alone. She doesn't even have nobody even laying in bed with her. It's not about that she got to have sex with him every single night. She deserves to have her husband lay in the bed next to her every night, whether she's sleeping with him every night or not. Now, most couples I know, they're not having sex every single night, but they still, if everything's going good, they still sleep in the same bed. Sometimes they just hold each other. And just because our sex drive is lower too does not mean we just want to have sex once or twice a week. I don't know where you all are getting this from, but that's not acceptable. Okay, once or twice a week is not acceptable. Once or twice a week of sex and time and attention and emotion, you got to be out of your damn mind. So what's happening is, I remember Memphis and Toya Wright, when they were married, she used to give him, I think, a 7-day pass to screw other women, and they were sitting down with a female therapist, and he said that she gives him a 7-day pass to sleep with other women. And she asked him, well, does she get a 7-day pass? And he says, Toya, doesn't, because it's different for women. You men are not going to tell a woman what we desire. See, I don't sit here and tell men what you desire. Now, I just go based upon what I have noticed about you all, but you feel free to correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong about anything. Most things I have said about men, I haven't had too many men disagree. It hasn't been many. I said you all have a high sex drive. I said most men who do approach women and pursue women are looking for sex. That's the main. I said that some men like younger women. What else did I say? I said some men like to provide, and apparently in 2019, not as many men want to provide or whatever. So nothing I said was off the map. I didn't say all men were underneath this umbrella. I said it's a pretty large percentage. Okay, that's what I said. But you're not gonna tell me about a woman's nature when I'm a woman. So everyone, what has happened is they're using the fact that some women have, well, a lot of women have a lower sex drive than men. They try to use that against us and say, well, hold on, since you have a lower sex drive, you don't need sexual variety. Okay, for women, it's more than just sex. Okay, we need attention and time. We need to talk to the guy, express our emotions, go on dates, do things with him. We need him to be available for us in every capacity. That's why we like relationships over sex. Sex is just sex. Sex doesn't include emotions, talking, bonding. It's just straight animalistic. Women, we are more complicated now. We need the whole shebang. We need companionship. We need the relationship. You all seem to only need the sex. We want the sex, but the sex is included in a relationship and a marriage. So to say that a man laying down with his wife at night, once or twice a week, during the day she's not interacting with him, she can't be intimate with him because his kids and other women all around, that is not acceptable. If he can have multiple wives and girlfriends, she should be allowed to have multiple boyfriends, and that's all it is to it.